Hello, and welcome back to Remembering How to Heal. I'm Shauna. This week we're going to look at anxiety and a few ways to help during times of anxiety. Now, anxiety in the US is very common. With our fast-paced society, most of us have felt anxiety to some degree or another at some point. Now, clinically diagnosed anxiety affects 18% of adult Americans. So my suggestions here are simply that, suggestions to help give you more tools in dealing with your anxiety. My suggestions are not a solution or a prescription, just simple tools to help you find some ease during your times of anxiety. For myself, growing up and into my early adult years, I struggled with anxiety. Most of my anxiety stemmed from confusion, fear, and a lack of self-awareness. I was not aware of this at the time. During that time, I struggled deeply with several misdiagnoses, and my anxiety was linked to my fear of anyone finding out there was something wrong with me. All of my diagnoses never felt right. I didn't feel like these diagnoses fit what was happening within me. So the confusion of my feelings versus what my doctors were telling me also played a part in my anxiety. Now, I wasn't ever diagnosed with an anxiety disorder, nor do I think I ever had an anxiety issue. My anxiety was a product of my outside world not matching my inside world. And after many years of this, my anxieties began to subside when I started gaining more self-awareness to understand what was truly happening within me. Now, anxiety is different for everyone. For some, it is more intense. Others, it comes and goes during certain times in your life. If you can spend some time trying to understand your anxiety, sitting with yourself and exploring the reasons for your anxiety, you just might be able to help calm yourself and help diminish your anxiety over time. Just becoming more self-aware will help your anxiety and ways of coping with it. I will be releasing a new course soon that helps facilitate self-awareness if that is something you are interested in. But for today, we're going to start by focusing on our breath. The breath is the single most important self-healing tool we have. Taking deep conscious breaths during a time of anxiety will help bring awareness to your body. As we breathe, our lungs are literally massaging your heart. So to help calm your anxiety and heart, focus on conscious breathing. So let's go ahead and practice now. Sit or stand with your back straight, shoulders back in a neutral position, and breathe in through your nose, allowing the air to fill your lungs and breathing out through your mouth. Closing your eyes may help bring you deeper into yourself so you can be aware of what's going on inside. Or simply placing your hand on your chest or your stomach may also help soothe you. Otherwise, with your eyes open, you can practice conscious breathing anywhere, anytime. It is something you can do and people won't even know you're doing it, so do it. The next tool is having some sort of small object like a stone or totem that you can hold in your hand and rub your fingers over. This helps ground you and is a soothing and calming technique. Now, I suggest obtaining a rose quartz crystal. You only need a small one that can fit in your pocket. Rose quartz is an excellent stone for helping to ease anxiety and agitation, and it normalizes your heart rate, which is useful if your heart races during times of anxiety. The rose quartz I have here is in its raw form, but it's too large to carry in your pocket. Also, another common stone to help soothe your nerves and lift your anxieties is blue calcite. Both rose quartz and blue calcite are easily obtained at your local metaphysical store. Some bookstores will carry them in a chakra kit, and some farmers markets may have them. So having a crystal or totem in your pocket can be helpful when you practice conscious breathing as well. Rose quartz coupled with your conscious breathing will be even more powerful in helping to calm your anxiety. Next, I want to introduce positive affirmations. I am a firm believer in positive affirmations and I use them daily. Positive affirmations, when said on a regular basis, help to rewire negative thought processes in your brain, creating a more positive way of living. Now, this is very general, as I could do an entire video on positive affirmations themselves, so I am keeping it short for today's purpose. For anxiety, Louise L suggests the following affirmation. I love and approve of myself, and I trust the process of life. I am safe. If this resonates with you, memorize it and say it to yourself when you have anxiety. If this does not resonate with you, come up with an affirmation or mantra, if you'd rather, to help calm you during times of anxiety. The goal of the affirmation or mantra is to help create a comforting, soothing feeling. Sometimes saying it over and over to yourself slowly and mindfully will help. Just as the rose quartz is great to use while doing conscious breathing, it also helps exaggerate positive affirmations, helping the effect of the affirmation to be stronger. So, if all three of these tips resonate with you, putting them together can be most effective. Holding your rose quartz while breathing consciously, and then saying your positive affirmation or mantra. But if these tips do not resonate with you, I want you to at least practice conscious breathing. This is the exercise that can always help in your daily life, regardless of the circumstance. Conscious breathing brings us back to ourselves, becoming more self-aware. So that's it for this week. I challenge you to do something different for your anxiety. Practice your conscious breathing regularly, obtaining a rose quartz crystal, and start saying your positive affirmation or mantra. Give it a try and see what works to help ease your anxiety. Thank you for joining me this week, and feel free to leave any questions or comments you may have. I can be reached via Facebook or Twitter at Sage River Healing, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.